All right, folks, welcome back to the Crisis Report. It is February 3rd, 2026. I had to think about it. This one is entitled Air-to-Air Combat because that is what has happened in the Middle East, and we're going to cover it amongst other things. We are brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. If you would like to change your IRA or 401k into gold and silver, this company is one of the better ones to do. They take all the tax benefits and everything, and you get physical gold and silver that they hold on to you, but they can explain it better than I can. So, other than that, you've got Gab, Minds, Truth, Twitter X, Subscribe Star Locals, Substack, where you'll have a full transcript of this. I'll try to remember to put the thing up on today. But other than that, we are funded by you. So if you like what we're doing here, possibly consider becoming a member like Mr. John Evans and other folks. Water Tiger, we appreciate you for supporting the cause, which is the most comprehensive news on YouTube. This is not going to be long-winded tonight. I got a lot going on, so I got to get this through. Thanks to all the people that said prayers and kind things about my son in his little bouts with his, I don't know. We don't know if they're migraines or not. We're just documenting it, but they've been pretty frequent as of late. So we appreciate your thoughts and prayers and all that. So thank you. Really means a lot. All right, folks. Other than that, its son, as Tenna is asking, he is doing good. He had a good day today. He's fine. Went to school and seems to be all right. We're increasing his hydration and all that and doing the things that you should do to make it so you don't have, headaches. So basic stuff, good sleep, water, eat right, all that. So appreciate you being here. Let's get started on your crisis report. Turn this thing over and bada boom, bada bing. There you go. Air-to-air combat. Muammar Gaddafi's son, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, has been reported dead under mysterious and unexplained circumstances. Some say he was taken out in a hit. I don't know. We'll see. Undercover footage shows an FBI official admitting Minnesota fraud investigations are expected to result in 0 arrests. Pam Bondi's Department of Justice has started to get rid of material that has been in the Jeffrey files. You can find this all on Substack. Trump says the country needs to move on from the Jeffrey files, claiming the situation was a conspiracy against him. 83-year-old Republican Senator Mitch McConnell is expected to live after being hospitalized with flu-like symptoms. Chuck Schumer calls mandatory voter ID a modern-day Jim Crow. Blood was reportedly found inside the Arizona home of Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's missing mom's home. The U.S. Navy has shot down an Iranian drone that approached the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea, Reuters reports. Iranian Shahed 139 drone was flying towards the USS Abraham Lincoln and was shot down by an F-35 U.S. fighter jet, according to Reuters. U.S. stealth warplane shot down the Iranian drone that aggressively approached the American aircraft carrier as it sailed through the Arabian Sea on Tuesday, a U.S. military spokesman said. They're saying this is the first air engagement by an F-35, but we'll have more of that later. U.S. House passes spending bill ending the government shutdown. So, very good there. Noam Chomsky privately sympathized with Mr. Jeffrey over what he described as the horrible way the press treated the late offender, urging him in a 2019 email to lie low and avoid media vultures. After Billie Eilish said that the Grammys that no one is illegal on stolen land, the Tongva tribe noted that her mansion sits on their ancestral land. Quote, as the first people of the tribe of Greater Los Angeles Basin, we do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish has not contacted the tribe directly regarding her property or offered them any kind of safe passage onto her home. We strongly encourage all of the celebrities to take down their walls and other things that protect them in their homes and just have an open air house where the stolen land can be traipsed upon by the former people that used to own it, because God knows they're not illegal. Elon Musk says France raid of X office is a political attack. FBI agents raided a possible biological lab inside a Las Vegas home. Over 1,000 samples seized for testing. Possible biological laboratory found in the home in Las Vegas Saturday may be connected to a similar incident in California where officials found infectious agents such as HIV, malaria. 8 News Now investigators at Nexstar's KLAs have learned, Hill reports. President Trump signs a bill to reopen the government. Quote, I'm thrilled to sign the Consolidated Appropriations Act to immediately reopen the federal government and fund the vast majority of operations through the rest of the fiscal year. American Society of Plastic Surgeons has recommended against gender transition surgeries for youths, becoming the first major medical association to do so, according to the Washington Post. Jill Biden's ex-husband, William Stevenson, has been arrested and is charged with first-degree murder of his wife, Linda. The United States House has passed government funding bill 217-214, they passed government funding bill with a count of 217 to 214, ending the partial government shutdown and sending the bill to Trump's desk for signature. EU Commission pressured social media platforms to censor true information in the United States, targeted U.S. political content, interfered in elections across Europe. This decades-long global censorship campaign threatens free speech worldwide, says Representative Jim Jordan. From there, he's got a bunch of things that you can go and find. He's also got the the judiciary.house.gov site with all the files on the foreign censorship threat and everything else, if you would like to just go see how free they are over in Europe. But don't you dare, put up a meme about it in England. X responds to today's raid by the French judicial authorities. The allegations underlying today's raid are baseless, and X categorically denies any wrongdoing. Today's staged raid reinforces our conviction that this investigation distorts French law, circumvents due process, and endangers free speech. X is committed to defending its fundamental rights and the rights of its users. We will not be intimidated by the actions of French judicial authorities today. Trump has signed a bill to fund and reopen the United States government, saying, quote, America's back. Trump says the U.S. is actively negotiating with Iran, and there's more than one meeting coming. The Jeffrey conspired files against me. They conspired against me so I'd lose the election or worse, he said. Senior U.S. officials told Axios that it's really the Israelis who want to strike Iran. President Trump is just not there. He really doesn't want to do it, end quote. U.S. Navy has shot down an Iranian drone that approached the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. Jeffrey and redacted person were preparing for Ronademics in the new released email. Quote, let's discuss next steps, for example, how to officially involve the WHO and CDC. I hope we can pull this off. So whether they were talking about a response or something else, I don't know, but all this is so all over the place. I was listening to a interview with Melinda Gates earlier. I mean, it's just, the whole thing is just surreal. Iran is sending another drone toward the aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln after the U.S. shot down the previous one. Tel Aviv is making intensive efforts to prevent an agreement between the Iranians and the Americans, according to Israeli Channel 12. Israel has asked the United States for freedom of action in Iran, according to Israeli Broadcasting Corp. Newly acquired Russian Mi-28 attack helicopters were seen conducting their first flights in Tehran today. Thomas Massey on X said, quote, I voted against the rule to bring the Omnibus forward for the vote. Here's a breakdown of what some of the ridiculous items included in the Omnibus and some America First items that were not, offered amendments to correct the errors. All were blocked or refused. $5 billion to provide cash benefits, healthcare, daycare, job programs, refugees on the taxpayer's dime. $315 million for the CIA's branch of the State Department that propagandizes and destabilizes the globe and has particular interest in censorship in attacking conservative media outlets. $300 million to Israel. Extra $500 million for Israel. $1.5 billion for Egypt. Got to make sure we cover up both sides, right? And we can't let the Jordanians fill out. $2.1 billion. $700 million for foreign HIV/AIDS. Certainly what I'd think when buying groceries back home in Kentucky. Could keep the ridiculous provisions baked in, but we can't leave the America First items Republican leadership refused to include. They refused an amendment to prevent the government from installing a kill switch on your personal vehicle. Blocked Massey's amendment to freeze the funds for daycare fraud. Blocked his amendment to stop warrantless surveillance of Americans via loopholes in the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Blocked his amendment to end the propagandizing of U.S. citizens by the State Department and the U.S. Agency for Global Media. Blocked his amendment to stop the creation of a central bank digital currencies that will be used for financial surveillance and control of your wallet. And most importantly, they blocked the inclusion of the SAVE Act to protect our elections from illegal aliens. Top priority for conservatives. That's what you got today, America. United States Congress has passed the 2026 Defense Appropriations Bill, allocating over $4 billion in military assistance to Israel. It includes approximately $3 billion in direct military aid, $500 million for the joint defense, air defense systems, including the Iron Dome. Bill also includes a ban on funding international bodies that act against Israel, such as UNRWA, the International Criminal Court, and the UN Human Rights Council. Chinese-linked biolab discovered in Vegas. SWAT responds. Authorities are investigating the biological lab, Chinese ties. It was discovered in a Vegas home. According to the report, the House Select Committee on the People's Republic of China, Zhu, 62, citizens of the PRC and wanted fugitive from Canada, committee alleged Zhu had close ties to the Chinese government and was involved in transnational criminal enterprise that stole millions of dollars in intellectual property from U.S. companies. Former Senator Marco Rubio, current Secretary of State, stated that Trump administration does not recognize the legitimacy of the Venezuelan regime, that any contact with authorities who today exercise control in the country respond solely to operational criteria, not to political endorsement. Said this in an interview with ABC News when asked if Washington considers Delcy Rodriguez the legitimate president of Venezuela. Goes on from there. It just basically says that they recognize that they've got a person there running the show, but that person is running the show. God knows your power bills aren't going to be enough. We got to turn on the old Funkmeister 9000 that's doing whatever the heck it is to our skies. U.S. officials tell Axios it's really the Israelis who want to strike Iran. President Trump is just not there, really doesn't want to do it. Sources say to Axios that Iran is demanding changes to the venue and format of the negotiations with the U.S. this Friday. Iranians want to move the talks from Istanbul to Oman and for it to be in bilateral format with the U.S. without Arab and Muslim countries. Local Iranians report several blasts in eastern Karaj al-Borz province, west of Tehran, such as likely due to air defense drills or celebrations of Imam Mahdi's birthday. Israel has asked the U.S. for freedom of action in Iran, according to the Israeli Broadcasting Authority. After the downing of an Iranian reconnaissance drone, Iran has reportedly once again sent a drone to surveil the USS Abraham Lincoln strike group. IDF Chief of Staff Ayel Zamir, during the meeting with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, said that any strike against Israel would be met with an immediate and unusually powerful response, including strikes against unexpected targets. U.S. President Donald Trump signs bill to reopen the government. I'm thrilled to sign the Consolidated Appropriations Act to immediately reopen the federal government and fund the vast majority of operations through the rest of the fiscal year. U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters earlier during an event in the Oval Office that negotiations are ongoing with Iran and that they do not want another midnight hammer. They're all over it, but they're negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something is going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago and didn't work out, and we had midnight hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We're negotiating with them right now. Yes, if you start a heavy metal band, please call it Midnight Hammer, or at least do so in German. Nachthammerin. Odds of Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire this year have soared to new heights of 72% after SpaceX acquired XAI per Polymarket. 2026 is going to be a historic year on many fronts. U.S. markets extended losses with the NASDAQ 100 points down, now 1.9% as the AI stocks were falling. Volatility all over. Capitalize on it, as the Kobayashi letter is saying. We're just mimicking what they're saying and telling you. We do not give financial advice. Chipotle stock, CMG, fell 11% after reporting another sharp drop in restaurant traffic because everybody's so friggin' broke. Let's go to our silver price today. And it's up another 5.11% to $87.56. Let us go to gold. And that is currently at $5,087.30. So there you go. All right, friends, that is your crisis report. That is for February 3rd, 2026. I'm just checking out to see who we got all here. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Oh, slimy post-irk. You. Have people come over to Kick. Oh, all right, I'll promote me. There's a new platform called Kick. I'm on there too. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. There you go. Check it out. Oh, yeah, 5x5 again. We got the interwebs thing finally. It's not locked in yet, but we got the package. So the interview thing is going to start here pretty soon. I got to do some personal stuff and get that all through. Sports ball's coming and all that. We'll see where all that goes. But that is your crisis report. I'd like to thank everybody for the kind words to my son. Double tap the screen if you can. 0.5, of course. Why would I expect things to work out here on the old Borgerino, the most comprehensive news, the most targeted news on YouTube. Yep, that's right. All right, friends. God bless you all, and we will see you on the next one. Brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. And check out the other links in the description, like Gabmine's Truth, Twitter X, subscribe to our local Substack. God bless you all, and we'll see you on the next one.